Peace to everybody, back with another video. This is Trump shares tweet from supporter calling for Fauci to be fired. So the supporter of Donald Trump, he's calling for Fauci. I don't know who his supporter is. I don't know if it's a guy, girl, whatever. But the supporter is calling for Fauci to be fired. So hopefully Trump will do the right thing of firing Dr. Fauci. President Trump on Sunday reposted a tweet from a supporter who called for Anthony Fauci, a top member of the White House virus task force, to be fired. Yes, so President Trump on Sunday did repost a tweet from a supporter who called for Anthony Fauci, a top member of the White House virus task force, to be fired. So, and of course, we know Dr. Fauci is not exactly all there. So this is why the supporter wants Trump to fire Dr. Fauci. Former congressional candidate Deanna Lorraine, in her tweet, accused Fauci of reversing his position on the danger posed by the virus, writing that Fauci claimed the virus posed no threat to the U.S. public at large on February 29th. Time to hashtag fire Fauci, Lorraine added. Yes, so the former congressional candidate Deanna Lorraine, she said in her tweet, she accused Fauci of reversing his position on the danger posed by the virus, writing that Fauci claims the virus posed no threat to the U.S. public at large, and this was on February 29th. And of course, Lorraine added time to hashtag fire Fauci. Well, first of all right, in my last video, I did say the virus is in our internet services. That's why all the misinformation you've been seeing and everything else that China has done to us, literally. And of course, you know, the social media platforms and the news media, they were taken over by China. And of course, people are trying to say, oh, well, China's a beautiful place. Go over there and see for yourself. Go look at the wet markets that are opening up in Wuhan. Where do you think the virus came from? Wuhan, China. And of course, Dr. Fauci himself has said, oh, there's no threat to the U.S. Oh, no. What does Dr. Fauci know? Seriously, is he a real doctor or what? Or is he just another puppet for the Democrats? Dr. Fauci is not exactly all there. And of course, this is what Deanna Lorraine had put on her Twitter account. Fauci is now saying that had Trump listened to the medical experts earlier, he could have saved more lives. Fauci was telling people on February 29th that there was nothing to worry about and it posed no threat to the U.S. public at large. And this is what Deanna Lorraine Twitter account has. And of course, you can see by her name, she's got the American flag. So she wants Dr. Fauci fired. And she's telling Trump, you need to fire Dr. Fauci. Trump retweeted the message Sunday evening, along with a message taking aim at the fake news. It was one of many tweets from the president on Sunday, lashing out at the media over its coverage of his administration's virus response. Sorry, fake news. It's all on tape. I banned China long before people spoke up. Thank you at OANN, he tweeted, adding praise for the right-wing news network, One America News Network. Yeah, so Trump did retweet the message Sunday evening, along with the message taking aim at the fake news, and you know the fake news like CNN, MSNBC, CBS, any other news outlets you could think of. Donald Trump has always taken aim at the fake news. They always fake news. You're fake news. You're fake news. That's what he tells these news outlets. They're not accurate about nothing. They lied to you. And the two people that came into the briefing room, the man and the guy, they was from China. They were spying on him. This is why they got in trouble in the first place. You think China's not going to get caught for anything? Guess again. And here's the message that Donald Trump retweeted from Deanna Lorraine. He says, sorry, fake news. It's all on tape. I banned China long before people spoke up. Thank you. Alright, so he banned China from coming onto our soil. And this is why China infected our internet services and our local TV stations. Because Donald Trump banned them. And they can't stand, and China can't stand Donald Trump at all. They can't. This is why they threw the virus all across our internet services. Because Donald Trump banned China. And this was long before people spoke up. And he says thank you at OANN, twitter.com/Deanna for Congress. A request for comment from the White House was not immediately returned. So there was no comment from the White House. They were not immediately returned. Trump's retweet of Lorraine's message came after Fauci appeared on CNN's State of the Union on Sunday morning, in which he was asked by host Jake Tapper if restrictive measures put in place earlier by the government would have saved more lives amid the pandemic. So the pandemic is all in our internet services. Hello and welcome to the real world, people. So Trump's retweet of Lorraine's messages came after Fauci appeared on CNN, State of the Union, and this was on Sunday morning, in which he was asked by Jake Tapper if restrictive measures put in place earlier by the government would have saved more lives amid the pandemic. So Dr. Fauci decided to go to CNN over there to the fake news network. Well, I got so many names for CNN, but I call it fake news, which they are. And of course, when Jake Tapper asked that question, I don't think Dr. Fauci had an answer for anything, and I don't even watch CNN no more. That's why I flipped over to Fox News. I mean, obviously, you could logically say that if you had a process that was ongoing and you started mitigation earlier, you could have saved lives, Fauci said. Obviously, no one is going to deny that. Well, apparently this Trump supporter is denying that because Dr. Fauci is not all there. He lost a few marbles or so. And this is why Deanna wants him fired. And, I mean, seriously, what does Dr. Fauci know about viruses anyway? What does he know about them? He doesn't know anything. He lost a few marbles or so in his head. And Burks, I don't think she's any better either. I really don't. They both gotta go. They really do. They both gotta go. Fossey and Burks. Yeah, they both gotta say good night. Fire them both. Fossey himself has urged journalists in the past to stop putting him against the president in the press. So Fossey is urging journalists in the past to stop putting him against the president in the past. Really? Really, Fossey? You out here saying, oh, the virus is not going to, is a threat to, is not causing no danger. Okay, well, whatever, Fossey. This is why somebody wants you fired. And that's why Deanna is calling for it. That is really unfortunate. I would wish that would stop because we have a much bigger problem here than trying to point out differences. Fauci said in March, they're really fundamentally at the core are not differences. So now he's saying that it's really unfortunate. And he also said, I would wish that would stop because we have a much bigger problem here. Yeah, you got a bigger problem, Ari. It's called China infecting our internet services with propaganda crap that you are all of you that everybody is believing. That's why it's misinformation. And these platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, they're all doing they are working around the clock to get these misinformation off the internet. And like I said, it's going to take a while to do it because there is so much of it on there. And Dr. Fauci is saying, oh, well, it's going to kill. Yeah, okay, Dr. Fauci, let me know when you get fired, and then I'll start laughing at you. The president has listened to what I have said and what the other people on the task force have said. When I have made recommendations, he has taken them. He added, the idea of just pitting one against the other is just not helpful. Lorraine ran for Congress earlier this year for the seat currently held by Speaker Nancy Pelosi, but was defeated in the state's open primary last month. All right, so the president has listened to what Dr. Fauci has said, and of course he took that into consideration. But I guess somehow Deanna had a feeling that Dr. Fauci was misleading people about the virus. So when she had tweeted it on her account, that's when Donald Trump had retweeted her tweet. Dr. Fauci doesn't know what he's doing. He really don't. And Dr. Fauci's saying, oh, the idea of pitting one against the other is just not helpful. Well, excuse me, but when you got fake news that's running amok on you, yeah, and you're putting out fake news, Dr. Fauci, yeah, I think this is why Deanna wants you fired. Because she knows what is going on. And of course, Lorraine ran for Congress earlier this year for the seat currently held by Speaker Nancy Pelosi, in which that one has to go. Vote her out. Please vote Speaker Nancy Pelosi out. But Lorraine was defeated in the state's open primary last month. So yeah, so Lorraine was running for Congress, and of course Nancy Pelosi. I think what Nancy Pelosi did, I'm just taking a wild guess here, that she was buying supporters. I'm just taking a wild guess. I'm not saying she did. I'm not saying she didn't. But I'm just guessing that she bought her supporters for her to be in, to be the to be the speaker. You really got to vote Nancy Pelosi and the rest of the Democrats out, because the longer, I mean seriously, the longer you allow these Democrats to take over our lives, we're all screwed, literally. And it's not a joke for what they are planning to do to us. Now, you already know what China has done to us by infecting our internet services and our local TV stations. Vote these people out, seriously. They don't belong nowhere in our world. And as long as you keep allowing them to do what they do, then you're not going to get anywhere. Because you know what? The NWO, this is what they want. And we can't allow that. They have to go, seriously. All the Democrats have to go. And like I said, I got screenshots of all the list of charges Hillary Clinton did. And like I said, I cannot share them here on this platform, because then I will get in trouble. And it's best that I keep them to myself, the screenshots of what Hillary Clinton has done. But I'm pretty sure you could guess all the charges that she has done. And we already know about Monica Lewinsky. We already know about that. That's one of the charges. But there are more charges than what you could imagine. You just have to guess what those charges are. Like I said, I wish I could share them, but I can't. Because YouTube is so petty. They are taking down videos left and right by their bots. And it's not getting us nowhere. They're purging. So, it's not our fault that it's the bots are have taken over. It's not our fault. We're doing content that is worthy of information that people need to know about. And this is what I do. Putting the truth out there. Even though people may not believe me, but they say, oh, you're lying about this. Oh, really? Learn to do some research. Then you'll know what's going on. Wake up, people, because this is it for us. We must fight back. We must take control of this country back before it's too late. Don't allow the evil to silence us, because this is what Satan wants. And yes, Satan is a devil, obviously, but you better pray to God every day. Don't allow this to happen to you. Don't stay silent, please. Get it out there. Get this information out there. People are still asleep and they don't want to wake up because they want to believe the lies. Make them wake up. Because if they don't, we're doomed forever. Leave your comments below. I am out.